Hi everyone, this is Don. I'm in Shelby, Montana. I'm at a small RV park here staging before we cross the Canadian border. And tonight's topic is crossing the Canadian border. You do all this research and their instructions on Canada's side is very confusing to me and all of us. So I'm not sure what we can take or what we can't take. That's kind of the topic tonight. So this is a little RV park, and it's Lewis and Clark RV Park, and the owners are very nice. They'll do just about anything for you. So I do highly recommend this place. And this is where we're planning on coming back to when we cross back over from Canada to the U.S. Speaking of that, we have several Canadian U.S. border crossings because we cross tomorrow. We're leaving here at 8 a.m. When I say we, Bob and Pearl from Nick's exit and myself and Lennie and Angela and Wayne and Carrie are leaving about an hour later. They're not going as far as we're going the first day. So we have about 230 miles to go the first day, Bob and Pearl and myself, going to Southern Central Mall in Calgary. So that will be our first stop. And we're going to be there. We only can stay 2 nights. You can stay there free, but 2 nights max, and you got to have reservations, believe it or not. And then I'll probably go 1 night to Cabela's. Well, now I think it's a Bass Pro Shop. So that's the plan, because we're going to try to restock in Calgary and go to a restaurant, a revolving restaurant. So how's everybody doing out there? I guess I need to turn on where I can see comments because I can't see any. Oh, there's Laugh with Lennie. There's Lennie and Angela. Welcome. Hey, and there's the other ones. There's Wayne and Carrie. And Bill. There's Bill. Hi, Bill. He's in Florida. And Angela's on also. And there is Bob and Pearl. And I understand they're not maybe wanting to come on with me. And I'm going to put a link out there. Let me do that. Let's see here. Invite. Yes, copy. Okay. So let me post that. I don't think they want to come on because there's so much to do in the last moment. Even though we've been prepping forever, I've still got stuff to do. And I worked. Hi, yes. Oh, there's Ray, my neighbor over here in the park. Hi, Ray. And there's Dave from Our Endeavor. So I do appreciate y'all being here. And anyhow, there's my sister. Okay. And let's see. Wayne Carey wants us to let them know how the crossing goes. I've got a feeling we may still be trying to cross when you get there. So if you're only an hour behind, hopefully they, hopefully we did everything right. Of course, we took care of all the guns and ammo, knives, stuff like that. It's the food that's very confusing. I just gave away about $100 worth or more of cheese and poultry and dairy products to the owners here. I gave it to them because I hate to see stuff go the way. So I actually hope they'll use it, and I think they will, which is good. But I still got some stuff like frozen veggies I'm up in the air about now. Somebody just mentioned something about nuts, almonds. I got all kinds of nuts. I bet I got $100 worth of nuts. So I don't know if I got to dump that or not. But anyhow, if any of you want to come on live with me, I put the link out there. All you got to do is click on it. You got to have a camera and a mic, and that's it. Well, of course, you got to have a YouTube. You got to be signed in on YouTube. So, yeah, you can come on. We can discuss this. you have any questions, because I know I got a ton of questions. I don't have any answers. I'll have some tomorrow after crossing, but not right now. Dave, you ready to come on? All right, there's Dave.
Oh, it's, where is the light? My gosh, look at my light is not looking good.
Well, it's 8:05. Where you're at. It don't even get dark here. Start getting dark to about 9:05 here. So
yeah, it's started here, and you know what we got here? We got fireflies, Don. Just
cool.
a handful. But the last time that I was here, which was about this time, I think, about 4 years ago, there were fireflies everywhere. And so every night I've been watching, but it's been raining. It's been raining for 3 days. So
yeah, it's been raining here.
Too bad tonight. So we'll take
looking good.
Yeah.
It rained some yesterday, and today it's rained all night basically, and this morning up till middle afternoon maybe, or 1 o'clock. And but now the wind's blowing like crazy, and it was during part of that. Today it's been blowing all day.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's beautiful country you're up there. Hopefully you're still getting a chance to appreciate it up there.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It is. They got miles and miles, as far as the eye can see, rolling hills of plowed fields and crops. Yeah. I mean, it's just huge.
Now, I had my problem in Montana is that the roads and the highway just kind of went in between all of the mountains and up on top and down, and everywhere where you wanted to be was down by the river. Guess where you didn't have signal was down by the river.
Yeah, so, right. But remind us where you're at.
I am in Colonial Beach in Virginia, just a little bit east of Fredericksburg and a little bit south of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, there's people taking chance with stuff. I just gave a lot away, but I'm still taking chance not knowing it.
And then, Dave's back in the witness protection program. we can talk about Area 51 and UFOs, and nobody will recognize me.
You know, if you mention Area 51, they'll probably put that disclaimer underneath this video. I mean, they're just paranoid about that. Oh, let's mention them all, COVID and all. I mean, I'll get all of them.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, the leftists is crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can understand why they call it big sky country, because you have to be up in the sky to have signal. Now, what are you running on, Don? Have you are you running the Starlink, or what do you got?
Oh yeah, I've been doing that since Pahrump. I left my T-Mobile in Pahrump because I understand if you even turn it on in Canada, they will bar you and never let you get it again.
Oh wow.
So, so I've been running off Starlink all the way, or my T-Mobile phone.
I noticed that Bill said there may be a limit on the amount of nuts you can take across the border, which means half of you all are going to have to stay here on the U.S. side.
Why is that?
I think only Pearl is going to qualify, and maybe Carrie. You and Bob and Wayne are probably going to have to stay over on this side, according to Bill, anyway.
Yes, Bill, I will declare. I think I forgot to get rid of some onions, and I've got some frozen veggies in the freezer I forgot to get rid of. So I don't think I want to chance it. I mean, we heard a story day before yesterday that somebody they knew that did not declare a lemon and got fined $500.
I forgot Lennie and Angela were there. Yeah, Angela can go. You guys can make it a girls' trip over to Canada. That
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Gary's in the house.
Yeah, there's Gary. Oh, I know, Don. I know, Gary. I know. I know.
That's so true. Now,
Yeah.
last week I did delay it 30 minutes. I just almost didn't get it done today. I just got out of the shower. So I just got so much to get done.
I got so Sunday, Gary. All right, Sunday, I had it was one long day. And by the time that I got all set up and done setting up, it was about 7:30 and I was exhausted. I just did not have it in me. And I had trouble with my signal. I had to reset I discovered that I lost on my booster. I lost the little antenna part that's up there on top of the roof. And but I had to crawl up there on the roof to try to figure out where that went. And then I discovered the AC cover blew off of my front AC.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of those days where, yeah. And you know what they're getting for those AC covers now?
I was fixing to say, I bet they're $500.
It wasn't quite that bad, but pretty close. The last time I had to buy one of those, it was about $100, and I thought that was expensive. I had to go down to Camping World and get one. They're real close to Fredericksburg, and it was $250.
Wow, 250. Well, I was a little high, a lot high, but anyhow, I see Carol's in the house. Hi, Carol.
Hey, there's Miss Carol. So that's the reason why, Gary, I was not on Sunday. I'm sorry. I know I'm in witness protection, Carol.
Oh, look at that. Bob said 2 years ago it was only $130 at Camping World.
See, it isn't me. I knew this. I you know, and I called around to a couple of places, and there was one place that quoted me $250, and Camping World, which was a little bit closer, quoted me $250. There's no win. It's maybe those come from China, and we were paying for the tariffs for them to get over here. I don't know.
That's kind of been settled, and plus, yeah, even before they took effect. So anybody doing that, they're just scalping.
Well, that's Camping World in general. I didn't say that.
Well, Camping World, yes, but we did lot dock at one night at Camping World, and it was a nice stay.
Gary liked my apology. We will just call this an apology tour for you, Gary.
Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, Lennie's in here. Lennie, you want to come on? He's standing out my window out here on picnic table.
Yeah, Gary says, it seems like an angry I'm sorry. Hey, there's Lennie.
So my internet's a little spotty, but I wanted to give a live weather update. It's windy and cold.
Way to cover it, Lennie.
I should take my camera and turn it over that way, and you might be able to see them through my window. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It is.
I'll check. I'm gonna check the weather at Wayne and Carey's. It's windy and cold.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll check in with Bob. Let me check in with Bob and Pearl. Let me run over there. It's windy and cold.
This is a weird layout.
That's about all I got for internet.
Really?
Lennie, you got us covered, man. You got us covered.
Well, I appreciate that mobile update. But I think we lost them. But yeah, this is a weird layout for a campground. I looked at it on the satellite, and it looked like kind of a teardrop, but I kind of like it. Here it's good. It's got two rings, kind of shaped like a teardrop, and you park on either side of them with hookups, and you know, it's actually kind of neat. Plus, the people are super nice. Oh, okay. Okay, Lennie's back.
Lenny's back.
Yeah,
I had to
Lenny's
run.
back.
I had to run back to the motorhome because I got too far away from my internet.
That'll teach you.
It's been a nasty day, and I had so much to get done. There's just too much to do. I'll tell you. I'm going to give us another view there.
There. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought maybe the light will be better this way. So there you go.
Lenny, what's your thoughts on crossing Canada to Canadian border tomorrow?
The last time I crossed 2 years ago with the rig and the Jeep up in Maine, and we got searched, but it was just it only took an hour. I don't even think they went in the basement. I don't think they checked the Jeep. I think it was meet the quota for the month kind of search.
Oh.
And they were very nice. Nothing was disturbed. When we walked back in here, you couldn't even tell they'd moved a pop bottle in the fridge. So it was easy. And I fully expect that I may get searched, and I'm okay with that because if it's only an hour and they're nice and I can wait inside where it's warm, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be too long. I hope they don't even enter. I hope I'm not one of them or Bob and Pearl. But
I think it's better to, if you expect it and it doesn't happen, all the better. But I would just plan on that little bit of delay.
Well, I guess the nuts, and I didn't even think about it till it was brought up a while ago. And then I take a lot of supplements, so I got like 4 months supply of supplements. That may be excessive in their view, but I got like $3,800 in that. What?
I think the key is to just answer the questions that you're asked. If they ask you about any medications, just say I have a few prescriptions that I can't pronounce, but I would give you a list or whatever you want to say like that. But they're not going to ask about your Flintstone chewables or anything.
Well, it's more than that, but yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if they ask you about your supplements, I definitely know we're going to pass you in line. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I need to print those out, huh? I do have a list. It's 4 pages long.
That's interesting. I never thought about the supplements that might not be allowed up there in Canada. I can't imagine what they'd be, but yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't make a list or anything. I would just say, if they say, do you have any vitamin supplements? And you just say, yes, I do. I don't have a list though. If you want, I can bring them out one by one or something. And they're gonna be like, oh, we ain't got that kind of time.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Better yet, don't even mention them. And if they say, do you have any medication? Just list whatever you've got for pharmaceutical prescription.
Right. And, just prescriptions.
And just say, well, I don't consider those medications. So, but
because you could tell them this one's for better hair. This one makes my nose look better. This one's for my left ear. You could just, they're not going to care what they all are. And like if they ask me about medications, I'll just say, yeah, I got something because for high blood pressure, but I don't really know the name of it. And I got something for minor touch of the diabetes, but I don't know how it works. So
now, the only thing that I would caution anybody that's going over there, I would think anyway, and I am by far no expert on it, but marijuana and those type of products, you should not be transporting across lines.
No.
So if you partake of the CBD oils and the marijuana, leave those at home. Party it up tonight.
I got rid of all my liquor except for one bottle. So
I think that's the big thing: guns, ammo, drugs, recreational drugs, and what was this other one I was going to think of? Guns, liquor, drugs, weapons. If they ask you if you have any weapons, obviously you say no. Even if you've got a big Bowie knife or something, you can say it's a camping knife. You use it for whittling and cutting wood, and
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like like I have one of those tire checkers, you know, where you
Right.
with the club. It's not a weapon; it's a tool. It's a tire checker.
Right.
So.
Right. And that's exactly the way. That's exactly the way you approach it. But you know,
no weapons.
I had.
I see Gary in the blue room. Should I bring him on after you make your comment?
Oh God, I don't know.
Of course we should.
I don't know if he's accepted my apology for not having a show last Sunday. So,
until he gives me a thumbs up, I can't put him on. I don't know if he's ready.
I'm sorry, Gary.
Gary, you ready?
He had to watch a rerun of Matlock.
Now he's ready. Come on, Gary.
I'm always ready, Don.
This and that.
I just got to say that line that Lennie said. I'm always ready, Don. Hey, calm down, kids. Calm down. Oh, hang on. My phone is blasting back.
Yeah.
It's like 100 Garys talking.
No, I can't hear you. Anyway, the line that Lennie said, where he said, if they're going to be checking on, what do they call them? Vitamins or whatever?
Yeah.
I'll definitely go buy you. They're going to be checking on, what do they call them? Vitamins or whatever?
Yeah.
I'll definitely go buy you.
Well, it's more than vitamins. It's supplements, but it's a bunch.
I'll definitely go buy you.
Anyhow.
There we go.
We seem to be repeating back.
So how y'all been doing, Gary and Carol?
There we
go. Oh, he didn't hear me. How you been doing, Gary?
Can you hear?
No, can't hear.
We can hear you, Gary.
No, can't hear.
Okay, there we go.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Hey, there's a big delay.
What's crazy is
he's got a big delay.
I have no sound on my laptop, but I have sound on Carol's machine and sound on my phone.
Oh,
no.
So you're getting feedback.
There's almost a 10-second delay. Or
sound on Carol's machine and sound on my phone.
Oh, so you're getting feedback.
Yeah.
It's a 10-second delay, Gary.
Yeah, I know. Because I say something, it goes out on the internet, it plays back on Carol's computer, and then you guys hear it.
It's a 10-second delay, Gary.
Yeah, I know. Because I say something, it goes out on the internet.
Gary, that's a little annoying.
On Carol's computer, and then you guys hear it.
So, Lennie, are you all?
I'll be back. It seems that of all the people I know, I'm the best one at doing this stuff.
You mean messing it up? No.
Of all the people I know, I'm the best one at doing this stuff.
Lennie, are you all ready for tomorrow? You mean messing it up? No. I'm gonna.
Yes.
Oh, he dropped off. Oh, bye, Gary. I'm sorry, I didn't know you was leaving. Need to shut the other ones off until done on here. Okay.
Yeah, we are. We're all. The Jeep's hooked up. Other than just unhooking, the power and the septic and all that, we're ready to go.
Well, since I'm leaving with Bob and Pearl at 8, I'm disconnecting draining tanks tonight. Disconnect the water and sewer. All I got to do is basically disconnect my electricity and put up my Starlink.
Well, I figure about 8 o'clock tonight, we're all going to run outside because that's when the sun's supposed to pop out. So I figure we'll all run outside for 20 minutes and run around the park twice and call it a night.
I'm not wearing pants. I just got out of the shower. Sorry.
I wasn't wearing pants outside.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I think YouTube's not going to like this, but that's okay.
That's how I knew it was cold.
They give me problems at least once a week, so
Don, please don't stand up.
You didn't have to ask.
That could be the name of the show, Pantsless Thursdays.
Yeah, there you go.
Pantsless
Friday.
You know, it doesn't matter whether you're ready or not. We're all crossing tomorrow, so whether you're ready or not, here we come.
Yeah.
Ray's going to videotape everybody outside when we go outside.
Yeah. You know, we've been here this is our third night, and I think we have been in this park the longest. Everybody's here for like just overnight, and then they leave.
Ray and Deborah, they got here the day before us.
Oh, okay.
The same day. So
same day, yeah.
They're beating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Pardon me. Water went down wrong.
You know, I was going to ask Gary a question because it was your last live last Thursday, and I had talked to somebody that was going up to Alaska. And, you know, there's always been the whole no guns thing, no guns thing, no guns thing. And now this is a gal that is heading up there. She's in Seattle and getting ready to head over. And she's declaring her hunting rifle and bringing that with her. And I thought, well, now that's interesting because I've always heard no, 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 no. And I guess I went and Googled it, and sure enough, it says it just has to be declared.
Yeah, but technically, I don't have hunting rifles. I have AR-22, and I have some 22s, and I have pistols, and I have shotguns. But I don't really have a hunting rifle unless you're hunting for squirrel or something. But you know, so I don't need it. And
it is a kind of a scary proposition, though. You're going up into grizzly territory. You're going.
Yeah, but 22 would not. It's like a needle trick. Okay.
Yeah.
It just piss them off. So.
Yeah. If even in grizzly territory, I think you're better off with bear spray. There's the thing with a grizzly is you got to get him on the first shot, and you got to be well practiced with that thing, and you got to make it on the first shot, or you're done anyway. So
yeah, from what I understand, you can't bring your bear spray with you. And I think Carol was asking where am I at now? I'm actually at Colonial Beach, Virginia, just east of Fredericksburg and south of Washington, D.C. With the right paperwork, Ray Burton says. Yeah.
I had bear spray with me the last time I went up from Maine, and they didn't even ask about it. And they searched us, and they obviously would have seen the bear spray. They didn't say anything about it.
Okay. Yeah. I just thought it was interesting because I had heard no, no, no. And, you know, and it was a, you know, conversation with the subscriber that is heading up that way. And she said, no, she's declaring her rifle. Now, I didn't ask and didn't think to ask about shotgun, but it would make sense. I would think that a shotgun would also, you know,
I think this time tomorrow, we're all going to be talking about, wow, that was easy. And now we should get worried about heading back into Alaska, back into America.
Yeah. We're taking 2 cans. I'll be interested to hear if they take it from you. I don't think you'll get in trouble with it, if anything. But yeah, Ray says it just has to be labeled correctly. I wouldn't even know a correct label on a thing of bear spray.
I think Gary and Carol's ready to come on. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
Hey, guys.
There they are.
Good.
Great. Very good. Very good. We had a busy day today. We had a few things done to the rig. We got some oil changed. And what else, Gary? Just
all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
$2,000 worth of maintenance.
$2,000 worth of maintenance. So
hey, I'm too cheap. I changed my own oil.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
I do too, Don. I do too.
We're under warranty, so we want to make sure that everything is done.
We're going to get a brand new power steering pump, $2,100.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's leaking. And the guy told us the way they make this is so stupid. And this is done in multiple things on RVs. The casting of the motor is the pump itself is cast, but the head on it, where the filter, where everything goes in and out of it, is aluminum, and they're machine surfaces with no gasket. So once it leaks, it's garbage.
Huh.
Well,
Stupid.
well. Bill says, don't try to bring Kinder eggs. What's a Kinder egg?
I've heard of that. I've heard of that before. It's a candy. It's like a candy egg, and they're outlawed in the States.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard people getting actual prison time for trying to smuggle those across.
It's a whole bowl of eggs.
Drug?
No, it's candy. It's like candy that's been outlawed. If you Google it, it's actually kind of fascinating that people have actually gone to prison trying to get these eggs into the country. They're a candy. That's not a drug. It's a candy that's not approved in the United States.
Kinder eggs is what it is basically it's a puzzle or a toy inside a chocolate mold.
Okay.
That's all it is. That's
Kinder.
Really, that's all it is. And children love it because there's usually a little puzzle inside that takes them probably 10 or 15 minutes to figure out. Some of them could be a paper puzzle. Some of them could be a little, what do you call those little robot things?
Yeah.
But it's a really fun toy for children. Now, I haven't heard that.
Are you talking about taking them to Canada or to U.S.?
We
I
don't
think
have.
we're talking about bringing them into Canada.
As far as I know, they're very illegal in the United States.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
the United States.
Well, probably there is an issue with Kinder because they have toys inside, and you give it to a kid and they swallow the toy.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Hey, Gary, Carol, tell everybody where you're at.
I'm sorry?
Tell everybody where you're at.
Where we're at?
We're
in where? Bronte Provincial Park?
Bronte, Bronte Provincial Park in the GTA.
Can you guys see Lexi back here?
We are in the Greater Toronto area. We were right in the middle of the city. They have a huge provincial park
in Oakville.
In Oakville,
Wow.
and it was incredibly beautiful here.
It's one of our top 4 for sure.
Absolutely.
It might be number 1.
Yeah, it's got so much greenery here. The grass is growing like crazy. It's absolutely beautiful. The leaves are starting to really come out here and show. The pine trees you can just see them. They're really, there's an abundance of them. But the other, we have a lot of poplar trees, maples, and we have sumacs. We have elm trees. And but it is absolutely really, really gorgeous here right now. It is just stunning.
Cool.
We have a lot of trees with a lot of color, like the what do you call those trees that Christy has in Vancouver?
Cherry maple? No, cherry trees.
The cherry buds.
Cherry buds.
What do you call those?
Cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms.
Okay. Cool. Oh, those are beautiful.
Nice.
But the reason why I asked is because we're talking about crossing into Canada, and y'all are in Canada, and y'all are from Canada, so that would be important to the topic.
You know what, John? I'll be completely honest with you. I think you'll just fly through. I don't think you'll have any issues at all.
Where's Lexi?
Should I worry about like frozen veggies in the freezer? Or nuts or anything like that?
Nuts. I don't know if you're allowed to bring nuts over. I really don't think so. I don't know if you just check your list to see if it's on there. Can you not find it?
Do me a favor, have a look, okay? Because I'm not sure where it went. Hang on, guys. We got to feed Lexi. She's freaking out.
Oh, okay.
It's starting to
we just went to get service and we put everything away, and where is it,
Oh yeah, it's starting to get dark here, and this is when the fireflies come out, so I'm kind of watching in my background to see if I see any. There's only been a handful of them, but
I can actually take you outside right now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you what it looks like here, how green it is with our camera from Gary's computer. So I'm going to
Hey,
head.
Flip. Hey,
I'm
Flip
going to go
Flop.
outside right now.
Are you referring to nuts? Don't take them.
There we go. Right
Appreciate
now,
you join me.
I'm going to take you
I'm
outside.
alive.
Look how green this is. Oh, you can't see, right?
Oh,
It's really
make
bright.
make a turnaround.
What time does it get dark there, Carol?
Usually about 9 o'clock now. So
okay.
there's a lot of greenery here. We had our mat down. We kind of killed the grass a little bit, and we had our tent down. Saturday we have my son coming down. This we're gonna have a big barbecue with a really nice potato salad. My son loves my potato salad. So yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but it's not a cloud in the sky right now. It is really, really nice. But,
we have them all over here.
We love it here. We really love it here. This is one of our favorite spots because we can come and visit my son, which is about half an hour away. He works during the week, but we will go and visit him or he will come and visit us on Saturday. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Not too often that we see him, but it's
Yep. Bob said that looks like a nice big site. Are the sites pretty big where you're at?
Very big, very big.
Everyone gets their own yard here.
Yeah.
We did a video some time back called Our Home Base.
Yeah.
If you look at that, I show our site and I walk around the park. It's awesome here.
Wow.
Every site here has trees around it with like a yard. So you back in, you got a yard beside you, a fire pit, and you're encircled in bush and trees, right? You can't see your neighbors.
That's nice. That's
Nice.
always.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to say hi to Beach Trapper. What's that?
It's in the middle of a large city.
Are y'all in more central Canada right now, or still out east?
Central Canada. Yeah. We're in Ontario.
We're west of Toronto.
West of Toronto.
Well, I would see, to me, that's east. But maybe not.
That is east, yeah.
It is east of you.
It's considered Eastern Canada.
Yeah, east. Yeah, east.
I'm surprised at how light it is still there. I am much farther down here in the States, and it's already getting pretty dark. So I mean, there's a difference between, I'm looking up there at you guys, and Don, I can see in your windows, it's pretty bright there still.
Well, considering it's a cloudy, overcast day, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be bright noon type sun right now if it was for that.
Yeah, yeah.
It don't, like I said, we're probably 2.5 hours before it gets kind of dark.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Sunset's probably in the next half hour or so, I guess.
Yeah. It's 8:30 now, so we're usually around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we have been pretty busy here in Ontario for ourselves. We have a few appointments that we have to make, and then
we just spent a month near our house, and we went and met our tenants, which was interesting because we had not met them, and great people, and they want to stay longer. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
And
as long as they're taking care of the place, that's a good deal.
Yes.
It looked good. We were there.
What's that? Go ahead.
It looked good. Yeah. The house looks good.
The first night we was here, we sat outside around two propane fires and till 10 o'clock before it actually got dark.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, when you go into BC, sunset and sunrise are a lot tighter together because of the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
There may be fires. I don't know if you've been looking into.
Oh, Manitoba's on fire right now.
Manitoba is on fire right now. They've got a lot of smoke.
I sent Bob a fire app. I don't know if you Maybe I should send that to you
I
guys.
got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Actually, I have it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Good.
The BC Fire app, that's great.
Or maybe I have it on my browser, because here I only have Fire Map and Wildfire Map.
Yeah, it's
Could
good.
be.
It's good to have. Good to plan around, because you just never know.
Not plugged in
I
anymore.
use that a lot coming over from the West Coast, and when half of Oregon, Washington, Montana was on fire, it did help kind of navigate around all that.
Right.
I'm seeing small little fires throughout Alberta, but nothing serious. It don't look like. It's blue. No, those are lakes, I guess.
Okay, one I have for BC, I don't know about all of them, but this one's called BC Wildfire. And everything looks pretty good until you get to the northeastern part of BC.
Right. Northeast and a little in the north of Alberta. That's it.
Right.
Three of them. Okay. So I think we're okay.
Yeah, it'll be.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Uh-oh.
They froze.
Gary froze. I've been watching for the fireflies. I noticed that WCRV Adventure, everybody is clearing out their stores of wine. I don't think you really have to drink all of your wine and liquor, but if you need an excuse because you're going up there, why not?
Yeah. Well, you get.
I think you only take so much.
Yeah, 40 ounces of liquor or a case of beer.
How much wine can you bring?
40 ounces.
Oh, 40 ounces.
I don't know. That's hard liquor, 40 ounces.
Yeah.
I do have a question for Carrie in here. Carrie, remind me of what date we are going over to Skagway, because they're going to ask how long are you going to be in Canada, and I'm going to say we're going to Skagway on this date. So if you could tell me that, I'd appreciate it.
Over here.
I guess I can look it up. Anyhow.
I guess Lennie is off now.
Yep. Bob and Pearl gave away a whole bunch.
Bob and Pearl had to clean out the liquor cabinet.
Liquor cabinet.
They had to give away a whole bunch.
Oh, there you go. Wine is 2 750 milliliter bottles. So about 4 glasses.
Oh, that 750 milliliter, isn't that the big half-gallon bottles?
Yeah, but when you drink it out of a glass like this, it's 2 glasses.
No, it's not that. It's not the big one. I don't think. I think the big one is like 1.5.
Oh, I love this glass, by the way. Have you guys been to Ford's? It's in Orlando and up the East Coast.
I'm sure they've been to Ford's.
No, they haven't.
No?
You know, I agree with Ray. I haven't heard of anybody having to pay a duty on a little bit of extra alcohol that they had with them. And I almost wonder if you did have to pay it, it probably wouldn't be that much.
It might be worth it. You know, buy 2 cases of alcohol and see what the duty is.
Right.
They were talking about medication gear.
Oh, yeah, medication. Yeah, when we were trying to get on earlier, they won't ask you about your medications because I don't really care about that. If you're older and you have medications, they don't want to go down that road because everybody has medications.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They don't go, they never ask. It might be some, you never know, but I think they'll never go down that road.
No.
But if you do have your, it's got to be in the original containers. You know, they want some sort of proof like they're for you, right? And that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was wondering about that, Bob.
It was a good night last night.
Yeah. Well, most of those glasses have a hole in the top, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
They leave.
Who's the one that likes
Yes.
the wine? Is it you, Pearl?
It sounds like Pearl.
Yeah, I think so. Is it white or
Yep.
red?
Yeah, Ray and Deborah is going across tomorrow also.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have a problem. I think you'll be fine. I wouldn't worry too much. And as I mentioned, don't ask any questions. Just answer the questions
Right.
that they ask you. That's all.
Yeah,
Like,
don't offer up the information.
Yeah, keep the answers as short as possible, and you'll just cruise by. Yeah, I don't think you'll have any issues at all. And you're gonna love BC. BC is really spectacular.
Alberta's awesome too.
Alberta's really awesome.
Alberta's great because they have a combination of prairies and mountains.
Yeah. No.
oh, cool.
Are you guys going through British Columbia at all, or just Alberta?
They're going back.
We have to go through there, I think, to get to
Right.
Skag Road.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to try to
And red
park
wine.
rigs,
Match made in
park
heaven.
the rigs in the U.S. and go across in Jeeps, because I think we're going to be there 5 days. There's so much to see, I understand. So
Gotcha.
you got to remember, Angela and Carrie are the ones that planned this whole trip.
Oh,
So
no kidding.
all the men is going blind. They tell us where to go, and that's where we go.
I would love that.
We obey just like we're supposed to.
Beat Trapper, Bill says it's probably cheaper to buy wine in the States and just claim it.
That's what I was saying. It could be.
Definitely will be cheaper.
Gotcha. That's a good point, Beat Trapper.
There's always a shop called the Duty Free, and
Yeah.
you can go in the Duty Free before you cross.
Yeah.
And you can buy as much booze as you want. But the booze that you buy, when you go to cross at customs, the guy at the gate will know how much booze you bought.
Exactly how
So
much.
he will ask you how much booze you bought,
Mhm.
and you tell him. And then I guess you'll have to pay for anything extra,
Duty.
right? But as long as you're honest about it, you are allowed to bring more. I believe you'd have to check into that, but there's no shortage of alcohol in Canada, though. Believe me.
Pearl has a male navigator. Yeah.
It's
She does a good job.
Charge your computer.
And I've been traveling with them the last 3 moves, so it's nice to travel with someone, and especially someone that has a navigator checking stuff out, which I can't do while I'm on the go. I just can't do it
Yeah.
by myself. So I got to plan ahead. I got to research, look at satellite views, stuff like that before I get there. So
I'll tell you what has helped me out. I figured out how to not only run the TV above my head, so the big, my big living room TV. I stream my GPS up there onto the TV, and now I have the biggest GPS screen ever.
Yeah,
that
we did that too.
you can see that from your seat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll tell you, that helps.
Ours is built in to do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. What did you have to do special for that?
I remember a long time, because there is an interlock. They lock off the TVs so you can't watch them while driving. And I remember swapping that out years ago. I just never used it because obviously I don't watch TV driving.
Yeah.
But I have found in the last few years that really helps with the GPS and being able to not only see the route, but actually hear the instructions and being able to follow along. So
Cool.
We like it too.
The lockout device that you're talking about, Dave, you know what ours was? You have to open a part of the headboard, and there's this power pack plugged into a plug. And if you unplug that, you're good.
Yeah, it seemed to me mine was an outlet that had a 12-volt ignition circuit to it, and when you turned on the ignition, it turned off the power to that switch. I just pulled that out, capped the 12-volt line, and put in a regular outlet. I'm this was 7-8 years ago, so I'm trying to remember, but I've just rather not have that, if I ever wanted to use it for my GPS. So obviously I would never tell anybody they should watch a movie driving down the road, but
Right.
No, we just put our GPS on it. That works. Yeah.
I see Tom and Lori's made it in the house, so they're saying the same thing.
I wonder how Tom's head examination went.
What?
He went to the Epic Brain Center or something.
Yeah, it might be illegal. I am going to try to plead ignorance if I ever get pulled over on it, because you can see it through the side windows of the coach, and if there was a cop coming through, he'd be able to see that TV was on. Now, there is a restriction in almost every state for having a TV on and watching TV, but there's not a restriction on GPS and GPS screens that I know of. So
I think if you just have the GPS on, you'd be good. Really, like why would
I
you
think
care?
so too. I think
you know
so
what I
too.
like about that too is the people sitting behind you. They don't have to ask you when we're going to get there.
Right.
That's true.
Because it plays in the bedroom in the back even.
Yeah. I do have a smaller screen on my stereo unit that I have my GPS on, but it's a much smaller screen. It actually is a little inconvenient to look at it while you're driving down the road. So that TV screen does make that a lot easier to pay attention where you're going.
See the comments from Tom and Lori? There we go.
Gary, we are pretty shocked. He does have a brain. Very gently used, though.
And they use the microscope to find it, right?
Here's a good comment.
RVing.
Exactly.
Nice. That's a good one.
Oh, man. So, we're all, a little nervous about going across just because what you don't know, and the unknown is kind of scary,
Yeah.
Well, I can honestly say every time we cross the border, no matter which way we're going, we always look at it and I tell Carol, I'm getting a little nervous,
Yeah.
Even though I know I'm good.
Yeah.
Even when I'm going back to my own country, I still get a little nervous.
Yeah.
It's just scary that you go to another country and you're an honest citizen, you don't break laws, and you got to worry about this stuff.
Yeah.
But I've felt that going over to Algodones, and I know I have not. I've literally walked over, so I know that I am not carrying anything that I'm not supposed to have, and
we've never gone over ourselves.
Yeah. And I would encourage that as long as you've got your passports with you. I would encourage. I love going over to Algodones, but I've never driven a car over there, so I would feel very intimidated driving the coach or the car over.
Well, I have done that at what would it be? It would be Mexicali. I crossed over there to Baja in my coach. So, and they took their time. They opened everything.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll predict when you go to the border, it's going to be extremely quiet.
Yeah.
Because most of the traffic going back and forth is shut down because of what's going on, right? Like when we came back from Florida, there was nobody there. Nobody. There was no trucks, no cars. There was 3 cars.
Shocking.
And 1 truck.
Shocking.
Normally there's a line of trucks for 2 miles.
Yeah.
And cars, it takes an hour to get up to the gate. So you're crossing at Sweetgrass or something? Like a really small area, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be nobody there.
It'll be quick.
Yeah.
I sure hope Lennie's right.
Yeah.
Just prepare that when you pull up to the border, you're going to be right up to the gate. Just be ready.
Yeah.
There's no waiting and discussing, right? But
You,
it'll be good. It'll be fine.
you mentioned last week, did you show your passport and driver's license?
No,
No.
just your passport. That's all they want to see, unless they ask. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
And have it open to your picture.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hand it to them. And if you got two of them, stack them,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We've never had any issues with that.
Sometimes we've crossed and the guy at the gate was the most miserable guy ever because he's had a
Yeah.
bad day
Mhm.
and they still treated us well.
Hmm.
You could tell he's had a bad day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
To answer this question, yes, I was in the coach when they searched it.
Yeah,
So-
us too.
Yeah.
I was
Same with
going
us.
to Mexico. So, yeah, the guy checked everything out, but he kind of did me a favor because I could not find my restoration papers for my cruiser motorcycle. And after me going through boxes of information, my saddlebags and everything, he finally just said, go.
Yeah.
And then when I went to, what's that first town down there? Anyhow, we saw another guy from the United States, and he borrowed the motorcycle, and they made him go back because it wasn't in his name. They made him go back and put it in storage before they let him in. He had to rent a storage unit because of that.
Yeah.
So you guys will be up in Alaska for how many months? 2 months?
Oh, it'll be short.
Well, you mean Alaska and Canada? Let's put it this way: our round trip back to this spot is scheduled right now, and I'm sure it's tentative for September 5th.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you got to leave Alaska early. That's for sure.
yeah, but I think it's middle of September. To get through Canada, you got to have chains and stuff. So we got to get back. But
well, the thing about chains, Dave even told us this before. The thing about chains is if you're at a spot where you need chains, don't go. No. Just wait.
Right.
And then when there's no bad weather, then go.
Yeah.
That's all you do with chains because you don't want to put them on to ruin your rig, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you really don't.
But what I understand, well, in my mind, once it gets bad, it's bad to say April, So you're stuck.
No, it's not. No. It's not. So that hauling the brand new rigs across country, the company, the factory actually had a rule that said no chains. If you're going a route where it is change required, then you either find a route going around that you can go without chains, or you're going to sit and wait. And it could be a couple days. Usually it was only a couple days, and it would be clear, and you'd be able to go.
We were in that exact situation in British Columbia, and we were just heading over the border, and it was in November of all times, and the snow was on the horizon, and we were so close to hitting snow, but we were going up a mountain, and we have pretty
This was actually south of BC. This is Mount Shaska, right? Is that what it was?
No,
something like that.
No.
Where we stopped at a winery, and then we had to go over.
We had to, the Mount.
I think it's Shasta.
No, it wasn't Shasta. But anyways,
that was after we left BC. We went south.
Yeah. So
we went through Oregon, and then there was another place. Maybe it was in Oregon. Maybe Dave knows.
Yeah, you got Mount Shasta in Northern California, and then you've got the Siskiyous, and then
that's it.
That's the one. Siskiyous. Yeah, that's the one I was really nervous because
this guy's been around, right?
Yeah. The Siskiyous one. It was a very tall mountain, right?
Yep. And it will get snow, and there are ways around it, though. It may be a couple 100 miles more, But if you're not sitting in one place, I mean, you really have to weigh whether you know. The other thing is you don't want to travel in the middle of winter. I mean, if you're really, your goal is to go up north in the middle of winter, you need to go up in the summer and plan on staying up there through the winter. Coming back in that case may not be a possibility.
I don't know who to ask this for, but if you go to a chain up area and you don't have chains, can you sit at the chain up area for 2 days?
Yeah. You could. Yeah, you're go forward. Yeah, you can't go forward, but I don't think you're going to run into that. I really don't. Chances are you will know way ahead of time that chains are required. And my recommendation is stop at the town just before and sit it out. Wait it out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I kind of asked because Bob and Pearl's coming back a different route. They're coming through British Columbia to Washington, and so I think
are they going through Vancouver?
Bob,
what's that?
Yeah.
Are Bob and Pearl going through Vancouver?
I can answer for them. I don't even think they know.
Bob says they have chain monkeys and sell you chains. Do not run chains on your coach.
Oh boy. Do
not run chains on your coach. I can't stress it enough. Chains will it will do tens of thousands of dollars of damage if those chains get loose.
You know what? My brother lives up north, 7 miles from the nearest paved road. They plow their own road and whatever. He has a Hummer 4-wheel drive. He's had many 4-wheel drive trucks, and he runs chains in the winter to get in and out of his home. And the secret for chains is when they show you how you put them on and that, don't stop there. You got to put about 30 bungee cords on each wheel.
Yep.
You got to pull those suckers tight so they don't flop.
Yeah.
Right? If you ever have to put on chains, put on so many bungee cords, it's embarrassing if someone looks at it. Because I would do that with my brother, and I'd go, "Are we really putting on this many bungee cords?" Yeah. And he goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, really, so many. You got to keep them tight
on the inside and the outside. Both.
It's a crazy thing.
Yeah,
that's the way he lives, though.
How do you get to the inside when you got dualies?
You lay on the ground. Oh, not the
dualies. No, you wouldn't be able
to
put
the outside wheels.
The outside wheels if you have dualies. Yeah.
Don't you always put chains on your drive wheels or not?
Yeah, you've got your duals. They've got single rail chains and double rail chains, and believe me, you don't want to put double rail chains on. But they're not fun. But yeah, you can get to the back side of them.
Okay.
Bungee cords are the key. Yeah.
Here's the question of the day. What has Bob not done?
I could sit and listen to him for days to his story, especially when he used to fly, because he used to fly in Alaska stuff.
Yeah.
So
good pilot. Didn't know much about Bob, but a good pilot.
Yeah, he's got some interesting stories. I wish he'd make a video talking about it, but I don't think he wants to do that. Well, folks, we're actually past an hour, so I guess it's time to shut this down.
Well, we'll be looking forward to hearing you.
I do appreciate y'all coming on. I'm going to try to do a Thursday night live at 6:00 Mountain Time every week if I can, But depends on what activities are going on and everything like that. May have to adjust the time or something. But
if we know you're on, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the time. This time every Thursday night is the plan. So anyhow, I do appreciate y'all being on, and everybody out there, appreciate you signing on, coming on, and watching my channel. And
one more thing. If you're not on, apparently you need about 7 excuses.
Okay. Oh, no.
So get your list ready.
I understand, Gary. Your refund check is in the mail.
Yeah.
All right.
I still didn't get the last one, man.
I know.
Okay.
Thanks, Don.
So I hope everybody have safe travels, guys. If y'all want to hang out for a little bit after we sign off, we can still talk.
Yep.
But everybody out there, thank you for watching. Everybody have a great week and safe travels.
Safe travel, you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.